And good morning, welcome back, or good afternoon whenever you're tuning into this broadcast. Wednesday, April the 12th, we're almost there to our 4-day weekend. We will get rid of the snowfall because the question to me was asked last night by several people, where is the snow coming from? Where did it come from? I will explain it to you in just a moment. But first, good morning to my viewers up in Kapuskasing-Hearst. No active weather for you last night at all. Skies overcast, temperatures near 0 -1 for the whole 12 hours between 9 o'clock last night going into 9 o'clock this morning. Looking at the 10 o'clock shot from the City Hall webcam, freshly fallen new snow 1 centimeter from last night with an overcast skyline over towards the northwest. But the Matagami Region Conservation Authority's webcam is a little bit more generous. It's trying to look at a bit of a break in the overcast up here, but we'll see more of those over the course of tonight going into tomorrow as Mother Nature makes a bit of an improvement. At the same time, temperatures going back into plus double-digit territory for Thursday and possibly Friday, unless the long-term forecast changes, and we'll get rid of all the snow and ice as well. Going into 10 o'clock last night when the snow started, this is what happened to it. It moved from north or southwest to northeast rather, with most of it being just west of Timmins by 10 o'clock. 3 o'clock in the morning, the last bit of it was right over the city core. The ceiling dropped down and so did the visibility down to about 900 feet, making the visibility obscured almost to, like I said, about 10, maybe 1,000 feet or worse. But by about 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock this morning, the snow moves out of the area. It actually comes to an end just before 7 o'clock, and the skies remain pretty much overcast. Where did it come from? Number one culprit, low pressure system that left southern Ontario with some active weather last night. Temperatures up in northeast Ontario just below 0 yesterday. Southern Ontario about 20 some degrees warmer. That low pressure system left Toronto, is now sitting over Ottawa, Montreal. There's a backward spin to it, as low pressure systems always do, and the northern edge of the backward spin is northeast Ontario with so-called lake effect snow or wraparound snow from this low moving out of the area, assisted by this distant ridge of high pressure stateside, producing a northwest wind flow over the Great Lakes, which means the air mass behind this low is still not feeling well. It's still not stabilized, leaving behind it a trough of low pressure to the lee of the Great Lakes. A lot of overcast skies going into 3 o'clock this morning, as it does go through 7 o'clock this morning. Cold front sagging over the northern portion of James and Hudson Bay is trying to push cooler air over northeast Ontario, but there's still this low that's producing a counterclockwise wind flow of warmer air. So the warm and cold air are mixing together over northeast Ontario, allowing this trough, or provoking this trough rather, to move closer to us here at home, making the skies overcast. Simple as that. The snow is done. There's still some light snow towards the west of Timmins and over towards the Quebec City side, if you would. By 9:30 this morning, this cold front turns into a frontal boundary, which means it's a straight long line of warm and cold air stuck together. They're trying to get along with each other, but that disagreement is still producing this cloud cover all over northeast Ontario, to which we're hoping that by tomorrow we're supposed to see some sunshine, double-digit plus temperatures, which is above seasonal, and give us a bit of a meltdown from all the snow and ice that's on the ground from this morning. I hope that answers your question for where the snow came from. As always, once we get the snowfall, we're always anxious to see the return of the sunshine. We'll leave you with the almanac for today to show you what happened yesteryear, and we will be taking a break for a couple of days for the long weekend. And if any significant weather does occur over the course of the 4-day Easter long weekend, you will see some still images instead of these webcasts. Have a good Wednesday and have yourselves a great holiday.